I'm Will Castro. Welcome to Unique Academy. I know what it's like to come from nothing and work your way up. Back in the 80s, I was out there customizing cars in my mom's driveway, just with passion and dreams. Today, I'm lucky enough to work with some of the biggest stars, such as Carmelo Anthony, Victor Cruz, Damon John, LL Cool J, Eric Sherman, Busta Rhymes. That's just a few. This academy is all about giving the same opportunity I had to take your love for cars and turn it to something real. It's not just about learning how to install window film, ceramic coatings, and paint protection. It's also about building your future. Our partners at XPEL are here with us, providing us top-tier products and resources to help you develop the skills you need to succeed. By the time you finish, you won't just know how to customize cars. You'll be equipped with business and leadership skills that will set you up for success, just like it did for me. Who knows? Maybe one of you will be one of the next big real names in the car industry. Let's work. Life has been very good to me, and I've worked with so many different celebrities on customizing cars and detailing cars for so many years. And now I'm gonna be giving back. I just launched recently Unique Academy, and we're setting up a state-of-the-art facility to give back to these students and these young people that I didn't have when I was coming out. So the best way to do that is I have a company that I'm gonna be working with, and I can't wait to see what kind of plans they come up with, which is garage living. So we're gonna set up all of the tools, all of the cabinets, all the countertops, the drawers, everything that we're gonna need for these students to make their job easier and they can learn the trade the right way.
Hey everybody, I'm John Patera. I own Garage Living. We are the highest of the highest end of garage finishing companies. There are currently approximately 50 locations of Garage Living throughout the United States and Canada. We're the only company that all we do is high-end specialty garage products, and I think that kind of resonated with Will because of the clientele that he has is really the clientele that we have. He asked us if we'd like to be a part of, his the next chapter in Unique, and how do you say no to that? Will, welcome to the Garage Living Design Center. Really thrilled to have you here. Really happy to show you this stuff in person. Told you we always have a cool car or two kicking around
yes,
here.
Yes, you did. You definitely said that.
It's kind of our lifestyle too. So, just tell me, what are you thinking so far?
What I'm thinking is this is a better man cave than mine. To be honest,
maybe now
really cool. This is really cool. I mean, honestly, it has a lot of different colors, a lot of different products. You got a Porsche sitting up here, convertible, drop top. I mean, geez. Do you take it out at all once in a while or no?
Once in a while.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So listen. So I did see. Obviously, I was walking around the showroom, and I saw some of the carbon design that you have.
Yep.
I'm glad I came out in person. Thank you for taking the time out for having us come. So this is it right here, right?
Yep.
The opposite, we're doing black design.
Yeah, we're just gonna go all black. It's a showroom space, which we call them galleries.
I like it.
We want whatever you're gonna put in there.
Yeah.
To really stand out. The best way of doing that is just going with a black and white palette and just let it it'll be slick.
Nice.
It'll be slick.
Well, obviously we wanted to deal with the best, and that's what you guys are. So that's why we're here. And honestly, I just want to make sure that treat your cabinets the way we our shop and our customers very unique.
We are gonna knock this out of the park.
Thank you, brother. That's what I'm talking about.
Thank you.
And I'm really excited for them to be lacing out my new facility, completely cabinetry, countertops. So you're gonna be really seeing a big transformation in this garage. I can't wait, and I'm super excited to be working with Garage Living. Today I'm super excited. I have a very good friend of mine coming out. His name is Victor Cruz. He's Latino like myself, and he used to play for the Giants, and we were very proud of him. But now he's in the business world, and he's coming out here with this 1988 BMW M3 KIF car, which is a collectible, and we're gonna be doing an XPEL PPF on it to protect the paint. So I can't wait till he gets out here.
What's up, Will? We had to come to the best, man. My brother Victor Cruz, Super Bowl champion, New York Giants.
What up, baby?
History. So we went and picked these joints up for Ronnie. Kif joints, only 2 Vitality greens in the world. So we need the XL PPF wrap on them.
What's up, baby?
What's going on, man? Sean Pecos is, he's been in the music business for a long time. He's managed a lot of different artists, but not only that, we're talking about Hall of Famers. And now he's also a sports agent, and he's handling all-stars as well. He's all over. So he's really growing his business, and obviously we're trying to tap into that Rolodex so I can make sure we get more cars over here. Ronnie did an amazing job.
Amazing job, man. Only 2 in the world, Vitality Green, man.
Crazy.
Me and my guy.
Ronnie is the man behind Kif, and he worked with so many different companies. He has multiple stores in the city. He is working with the Knicks. He's worked with Air Jordan. He's now working with BMW. You know, he just customized these latest 3 vehicles in the country. There's only 3 made, and we have 2 of them in our garage. We're very excited, me and the students, to be working on these because these cars are way over 6 figures. These things have been completely restored, so it's a privilege and an honor to be able to work on these cars. What better way than to have my students work on them so they can get their props also, just like I did. You're gonna have to jump in there and make it happen.
So it's important, man, that we protect the paint because the good thing that we talked about with Ronnie, this is a color that he created. We want to be able to maintain the great job he did with this car.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, so definitely you want to put the XPEL
Yep.
PPF on it. I would go gloss, so then it keeps the same
Yep.
traditional paint that's
Exactly.
on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because obviously you'll get stone chips.
Yep,
You know
yep, we don't want
what I'm
that.
saying? You don't
Yep,
want that.
yep.
You know what I'm saying? Then we'll do the XPEL ceramic tint as well.
Yep.
And keep it clear, so then it's really perfect. But man, I'm happy you letting the kids.
Yo, man, we thank
students,
you.
man.
Well, we know that they
course.
come to the best teacher. The best students get the best teacher. So if they mess anything up, it's in your hands.
So guys, listen, we got a special guest coming through. A very good friend of mine, Sean Pecos and Victor Cruz.
What's up, fellas? All right.
I had these guys come out here. Not only are they going to work on their car, but they're going to give you a little bit of background on where they come from, just like us, right? And how they had to overcome all the obstacles in life. So I'm going to leave this to you.
Well, I'm gonna start off by saying these cars are very expensive, so you guys got a lot of responsibility on your
That's
hands.
a fact.
You know, and we trust Will. We've been knowing Will for a very long time, and we love to not only be able to support you guys in what you're doing, but me and Vic, and he'll tell his story, but we come from very humble beginnings, and for us to even have the opportunity to be able to be part of a mentorship is important because it was important for me growing up as a kid in the Bronx. My story is real quick. I came up doing an internship in music for a very long time. That's how I met Will, through working with different artists and things of that sort. And as time went on, I worked, doing radio promotions and then coming up to be an executive at Def Jam. And then in 2014, I switched from working with Jay-Z and Def Jam to working for Jay-Z's sports company called Rock Nation Sports. Was how I was able to meet Victor Cruz, help work on his brand, and him help me to make a transition from music. So one thing that I always think is important through life is relationships. Mm-hmm. And now we have these cars together and we're building a relationship with you guys.
And that's important.
Yep.
Think about what he just said. That was a key point what he said. Relationships. How you go through the journey and who you meet. It's always about the relationships.
Yeah.
That's worth more than anything. So I'll leave it back to Vic and how we all come together with this whole culture. Like I told you, cars, music, and sports all go together.
Yeah, it's a lot of synergy there in those 3 things. I'm from Paterson, New Jersey, very similar to the Bronx and very similar upbringing. Growing up in the inner city, we didn't have a lot of opportunities to do a lot of things like this. I mean, this is incredible for, if you're into something like cars, to have an academy to be taught by one of the best in the world. Like, this is an incredible opportunity that you guys have. So, like I said, I'm from Paterson, New Jersey. Grew up with nothing, ended up getting a college scholarship to go to UMass, the University of Massachusetts, to play the sport of football. But it wasn't always easy, right? I got kicked out of that school twice for academic issues. I had to really figure out who I was, really figure out things on my own. Like, I got kicked out. Like, you go home for a semester, you figure it out, and then if you do well enough, we'll let you back in. And that happened to me 2 times. So I really had to find out the hard way of who I wanted to be, who I wanted to become. And then once I figured that out, once I understood what college was about, once I understood to go see your teachers, go visit those people that are gonna be in control of your grades and show them that you care, good things usually happen from that. And once I started to get good grades, the football and the sports aspect kind of came super easy, and I started to perform on the football field and ended up getting an opportunity to play with the New York Giants. And even then, I was undrafted. I had to make the team. I had to outperform people that were in my room, that were other receivers. I had to prove to the organization that I could perform at the highest level. So that was a really, really big task for me. And once I did that, I made sure that once I got the opportunity, I never let it go. Even up until that point, it's about relationships. It was about people I met along the way that when football's over, right, like as grand as that was, I only played 8 years in the NFL. That's a small snapshot of the rest of your life. And through those 8 years, I was able to meet so many incredible people, so many people that I was interested in doing things after the game of football, like TV and like philanthropy and things of that nature. So I knew relationships like Will, like Sean Pecos, I had to cultivate those relationships and make sure that I did right by them so that they could pay off for me when I was done playing. When I was playing, I did things like TV. I did things on ESPN. I was a talking head on this show, that show, hosting shows on MTV. Those are all things that I wanted to do post-career that I did while I was playing, while I was an athlete. So now, when I go to those TV executives and I say, hey, I've done all of this while I was playing, and they're like, oh, you understand all of this now because you've already done the back work. You've already done, the groundwork to be able to be accepted in this TV world. So it's all about relationships. And I know now as I keep progressing, all of these relationships will be able to cultivate and continue to bring me to new heights and meet new people and meet bigger executives. And at the end of the day, it's about me coming back down, right? Going back to Patterson, providing opportunities for those young kids. Through my foundation, I do all of those things as well. So I'm just excited and happy to be in this platform. I don't take it for granted, and you guys should not take these seats that you sit in for granted because these could be occupied by so many different people. You know how many people would kill to be in this seat right here? So make sure you take advantage of it, understand it, learn as much as you can, be a sponge, and make sure you use the right sponge for these cars because these are very expensive, like we said, right? So I appreciate your time, guys. It's wonderful to meet all of you. Good luck to you, and make sure you listen to the guys that are here because they only want to teach you and lead you in the right direction.
What made you change? Like, you know how like you said you changed your grades?
Yep.
What made you change?
That's a good question. I think for me, the second time I was kicked out of college, my dad passed away, my grandfather passed away, all in the same year. So I got kicked out of college, 2 men in my family passed away. And I think that really clicked something for me where I was like, okay, I'm the man of the house now. Like all the women in my life, my grandmother, my mother, my little sister, like now they're dependent on me to be the man of the house. And not at that age, I wasn't meant to bring home money and like go to work, but I had to just be the one that stood strong, that led by example, that understood my role within the family has now gotten bigger. And I knew that I couldn't do that without doing what I needed to do in school. And I think once they passed away, I understood that like, okay, now is my time. It's either I gotta do what I have to do or I become one of these bums on the street that just figure it out every day and just fighting, scratching, and clawing just to make ends meet every single day. I think that's when it changed for me, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put all my eggs in this basket, figure out what I gotta do from a school education perspective, and then everything else kind of flowed seamlessly through that. But there was definitely a switch that happened that year in my life, and I was, 20 years old at the time, and it really just shifted my perspective. And I knew that I was a man of the house and I couldn't let these women down. They were gonna grow up. My mother was getting older. My grandmother was already of a certain age. Like, I had to take care of these women with love, with leadership, with my ability to just care for them and protect them. I think that's what really changed for me and helped me understand, like, I gotta shift some things around in my life to be able to protect them. The advice I give you guys is first and foremost, listen, right? Don't act like you know everything, even though you may be knowledgeable, even though like nowadays there's so much information given to you, like on your phones, on the gram, online. You can look up whatever you want to look up and find that information. But it's invaluable to have people that have done it, that have worked on these things with their bare hands from the ground up, that are teaching you, that are giving you the hands-on knowledge. It's one thing to read some and be like, oh, I could do that if I follow these instructions. But there's going to be things along the way that may not be in this manual, may not be on that 1 through 10 list that you looked at, and you got to go in there and really get the knowledge and the tutelage from someone that's done it. So be a sponge, embrace everything that comes along your way, and understand that there's a guy here and people here that are surrounding you that have the ultimate knowledge when it comes to being in them cars, on the grounds, learning those tools that you need to be the best possible guys that you can be. It's all right here in front of you.
I know we spoke about both rooms. We took a little bit of a different approach. So this is, I know you wanted a work area. So what we did here, we used our steel, signature steel cabinetry. Just did a black on black, really simple, really clean and elegant design. So whatever, whatever color palette you have is really gonna come through, and whatever items you do have in here, they're really gonna pop. Thanks again, man. I can't wait to see this happen.
The garage is all done. Thank you, Garage Living, for a phenomenal job. I'm super excited.
Today we're working on a 1988 M3 by Kith, which Victor Cruz has brought into us today, and we're going to be doing a paint protection film on it, which I think is going to be really cool and really awesome to see, because working on such an old car that's been refurbished before in the past is really cool to me. Of course, we are going to be extremely cautious with this car because it is very highly valued. The paint protection we're going to put on this car will really keep this car protected from scratches and any rock chips or anything else in between, because this car means so much and we try to keep that value as high as possible.
The XPEL PPF is a paint protection film. At the end of the day, it prevents any scratches, parking lot little things here and there. So it's the best thing to have this on your car. And if the students do a phenomenal job, you won't even know that the actual PPF is on there.
Yo. All right, guys, you got that XPEL PPF looking tough right now.
This is really crazy.
Yeah, man.
Y'all did a phenomenal job.
Wow, man.
The work they do here is very similar to what you need on the football field. You have to come up with a plan first and foremost. You have to understand what you want to execute before you get it done, so you understand what you're doing when you get under the car, when you start to do the different dealings, a distinct plan of what the customer wants from point A to point Z, and then once you figure that out, you go right into the execution of it. And that's the same with football, right? You figure out the game plan, you practice all week long, and then on Sundays you're prepared and you're just ready to flow. You're not thinking about anything, you understand what's being asked of you, you understand why we're calling these plays, and you just go out there and execute. And I imagine this is no different. You come up with a plan, and then once you got the car in front of you, you just execute. Phenomenal job.
Oh, wow. Feel that? Wow.
That's crazy.
Smooth.
Okay.
XPEL PPF is fire, huh, guys? Was it a lot of hard work? You guys were nervous and scared? Huh?
Yeah, but they did a good job.
Yeah,
they
y'all
came
did a
through.
good job, man.
They came through for us. Nah,
Yeah, this is crazy.
This is crazy.
Nah,
Can't
we
wait
gotta
to take
tell
this
them.
on the streets, man. We're gonna be lit. I think they understood their task and they executed to the highest level, man. I think these kids have a bright future. I think they really understand, what it takes to be at this level, working on vehicles and working on cars of this magnitude. Because let's be honest, some of these kids weren't born when this car was out, right? These are from 1988.
Now, thank you guys, man. We really appreciate y'all, man. These cars are very important to us.
Yeah,
we
big
loved
time.
them so much when we went to Germany and talked to Ronnie. We got to thank Ronnie for allowing us to this is his baby. Kith is his baby.
Oh man, I think initially if you tell him that kids is working on the cars, he'd be having a fit, to be honest, right? He wouldn't be thrilled about that. But I think if he came here and he met the kids and he understood what was going on and he sees the look on their eyes and he sees the work ethic, right? You gotta be here to see how these kids work on these vehicles, how talented they are. And I think he'd actually might be inspired and want to do more. If I know him, he'll want to do more with the kids and more things with vehicles. He loves cars, he loves BMWs. So I think initially he'd be a little apprehensive, but I think by the end of it, he'll have some new fan. He'd become fans of these kids and want them to he'll bring all his cars in here and tell them to work. Yeah.
Like Unique Academy's Wills, and he allowed us to have these cars. And like you guys were asking before about brands, this is a brand that's important to him, and he allowed two of his close friends to even keep these on the street. And he's a big BMW guy, man. So we put our cars in your hands.
Exactly. We appreciate you guys, man. This is incredible. You guys took good care of us, and we appreciate you guys 100%.
I am so proud of the students. They did a phenomenal job on Victor Cruz and Sean Peckhouse's BMWs. They did such a great job. I'm super proud of them. But not only that, the garage looks amazing. So after Victor Cruz finished seeing my garage, he wanted to get a whole garage living setup in his garage. So what we did was, we made sure we took good care of him. He was not gonna be here because he's in France right now. So let me see if I can get him on FaceTime so you can see it on FaceTime. Yo, so Vic, we got you. Yo, listen, yo, we got your cabinets all set up. Take a look.
Super clean. Super clean. Okay, y'all did it right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you bring your gift car in here, it's gonna be looking crazy. And these guys are doing this right here. Look. Say what's up to Vic, everybody. Cruz. What's up? Now they can send that there.
They look incredible.
Yo, I appreciate you, Vic.
Thank you.
There you go.
I appreciate you guys. Man, shout out Garage Living, man. You guys are crushing it. My cabinets look incredible, man. Thank you.
So what you saying?